We're back, baby. I'm so excited to be able to be here to give some coverage for Salt Lake City. This pool play has been nothing short of ecstatic, and we're hopping into an immediate banger, or a potential, I suppose, to see if Kraken can show up today versus Optic Gaming.
Yeah, just so you guys know, Proper, a Call of Duty caster, so from another esport, but he's played and watched a ton of Halo as well, and also just one of my best friends here in Charlotte, so happy to have him here with us. But yeah, this matchup, man, Optic, obviously Kings of the Castle right now. They're looking untouchable, playing against the best team, or sorry, the best North American team to come out of the open bracket. That's going to be Envore, SuperCC, Suspector, and Luiney. But man, before we can even finish our intro, Optic have already scored. This one might be rough.
Yeah, it's already looking that way, isn't it, right? I mean, you'd almost expect it to be that way. Fortress Flag, a staple, especially for Optic Gaming, who always lean on their bread and butters. And, well, KrakenSeas, throughout all of their, I guess, trials yesterday, did qualify from the lower bracket. They were able to beat Lie's Infantry. Let's see if Suspector is able to at least pick up this frag through the middle of the map. No, Lqgend's right there, actually, to assist his teammates. And great cover through the middle of the map. Optic Gaming are absolutely in the flow state early.
Flow state, indeed, and Formal picking up the pieces. Kraken were finally able to get some kills, but as they went down, left the rest of Kraken at no shield. So Formal's going to easily clean that up. Suspector with a nice kill off spawn, though. Going to shut down Formal. If another member of Kraken can get to that sniper rifle, that would be massive. But we know Optic's not going to make it easy.
No. You know, it's always going to be step one of their laundry list to be able to get those snipers in their hands. I mean, a cross scope, especially between Lqgend and Formal with 2 sniper rifles is exactly what you want. But Formal able to take that 1v1, able to lay down enough damage. Flag will remain neutral for now, as 2 dead on both sides of the map, just vying for position. Suspector is going to try to take a little bit more space over towards the bottom side of tower. This is going to work nicely. Super is able to at least find one. Not here alone now, Suspector, as they're trying to assault the spiral staircase.
Yeah, I like this route from Suspector. They had the spiral staircase blocked previously, but wanted to reopen that spawn point so they can isolate a couple targets over here on the elbow side with some good shots from Suspector, but not good enough. Lqgend, who is often touted as the best player in the game right now, will win that 1v1 fight. Formal's got the sniper in the kill feed and finds 2 headshots. And look how quickly Lqgend routes over to the spiral side of Kraken's base. Now they're forced to spawn on the elbow, and Renegade has a free lane to run this flag.
They're just trying to pick up on all the damage and all the pressure, right? You know that they're coming off a spawn. You can force the pressure to spawn over on their sniper side of the map and just fish in a barrel. Damage from Formal on one side of the map, flag being pulled on the other. Lqgend just trying to play his life and at least hold the crossfire. Renegade's holding the flag. Should be just 1 toss away, and the coverage is good. 2 to the good. Go Optic Gaming.
Perfect timing, too, with overshield up. Renegade's going to try to force it, but Luiney is in the perfect spot to find the back smack. Suspector's going to be the one to put the overshield in the suit, and finally Kraken with an opportunity to get some control of this map. They'd love to get a counter cap here quickly. Can't force it too hard, though. The defense from Optic looks strong so far, but Suspector has broken through. The problem is he doesn't have much help any longer. Uses the repulse to get the upper hand in the fight against Formal. Finds the trade, but that's not going to lead to a flag out.
It's a 2-for-2 trade. You got the spawns on the opposite side. Looney's got that sniper leading his team 12 for 9. Can't at least lay down the damage and lose their teammate trying to go for the flagpole. So everything that you got from that Looney play in the middle of the map, getting Suspector that OV, it amounts to nothing. In Optic Gaming, off the respawn, may go 3 dead. And got a couple more pings. Lqgend's still holding on the pressure. He's got good reads on the spawn, but not enough privy to the 2v1, so he will die. But Optic still surmounting pressure on the other side.
Yeah, this is a tough one for Kraken so far. They're still holding strong, though. I like the fact that they're maintaining pressure in the base of Optic, kind of making them second guess themselves coming off spawn, but overall it has not amounted to any kind of flag opportunity. And Suspector now just looking for a kill. It looks like he's having a hard time finding someone to shoot at. Finds Bound after a call out, but his flag player has died as well. Just kind of getting to that desperation mode right now is what it feels like from Kraken.
Yeah, it really does feel that way, right? Where Optic have all of the information and KrakenSeasGG have none of the information. Super is just trying to go for the pings. Will inevitably get the trade, but 2 dead again. Go Kraken. Will be a 2-for-2 trade, so it's vying for position in the middle of the map. And Lqgend, who has just been a real thorn in every single side. I mean, you can see it in the scoreline, a combined 25 kills between Lqgend and Formal. If one has positional advantage on one crossfire, the other is going to be on the other side. Nice pickup coming through the middle of the map. Luiney going to be looking for a couple more kills, but Kraken again go 3 dead in the feed.
That was so bizarre. I've never seen that happen on land. He had the Superman arm and launched Lqgend with his melee, pushes him instead of getting the assassination. It actually works to their advantage. Bound's now got the overshield and the flag, and yes, SuperCC can land the snipe body shot, but I don't think it's going to be enough. This game looks to be over as Optic are just too clean on these flag runs.
Oh yeah, just able to get the slightest bit of advantage, and they're able to run away with it almost instantaneously. Fortress flag going the way of Optic Gaming. Though, are you surprised? Again, this is Optic Gaming at the end of the day, and they're your Dallas champions, they're your Arling champions, and let's not forget that they were able to do that all from the lower bracket round 1 get-go. And let's go ahead and just rip off the band-aid immediately. The way that the pools are set up here at the end from the open bracket, the way that it's all going to be devolving, say Nemesis and Optic do quite well. It's going to be setting themselves up for a wonderful play date in winners round 1 of that championship bracket.
Yeah, that's what I think most people are looking forward to and hoping to see. I mean, all it's going to take is Optic to win this, and then if Nemesis beat Ether, who ended up in their pool, then we will see the rematch, Nemesis versus Optic, which we know has a lot of historical context. Optic, for whatever reason, has stumbled against the European players for quite some time across many rosters of Optic, by the way. So this will be a classic matchup should it happen, but for now it's Kraken. I think what they need to do in this series is try to learn as much as they can from this, you know, find out what Optic's doing right, find out what they're doing wrong, and then take that intel to the rest of their pool play. I think this actually plays to Kraken's favor to play against Optic as their first pool play match.
With only losing 2 maps, one of which was that Fort Flag 3-2 versus Nemesis, as we're going to hop back into Optic Gaming versus Kraken. We'll table that conversation for later.
Okay, yeah, we got Street Slayer here, and Streets is Optic's playground. This team is so good at this map, so if you're Kraken, you really wished you saw a different map coming into game number 2, but so far, not looking terrible. Down by 2 early, but as soon as Optic get control, they often ride that momentum to a massive lead.
Oh, yeah. Big 2 in the feed again, coming through for Optic. 3 immediately, and that's going to be the camo is good for Renegade. Got pressure at least coming through from ATM. Pressure over towards the cafe. Good nade to at least show that Renegade is still lurking over by the oddball spawn. So we'll back down for now as pressure is coming up from the stairs.
Interesting push from Kraken. They send 4 through B side. They don't care about taking space anywhere else on the map. I don't know if I agree with this. You just make it easy for Optic to collapse on you from all sides. 3 go down. Looney's left to run away with his tail tucked between his legs. Takes one with him with the sticky grenade. And that's a cheeky way to, I guess, fight back a bit. But the problem is you're down by 4 and you've given Optic the entire map to work with.
Yeah, we saw so many sticks coming through in clutch moments, but that one was just simply for a trade. A 6-3 start for Luiney, still having the hot hand is what we saw from that Fortress flag. Still trailing by 5. Good pressure coming through over by the pillars, but Jiggle peeking your life away just means for an inevitable collapse again for Optic, now leading by 5.
Renegade taking to top heaven. He's got his teammates pushing through, and look at this. He just trusts that they're going to finish that fight and says, let me just set my sights on the camo that's up by the laundry. Easily grabs it. You can tell that they had a game plan set in motion for that. And yes, Kraken are able to take down the members of Optic, but at what cost? Now you've got Renegade lurking with the camo, trying to take some space on this right side. I expect the rest of Optic to flank through the shoddy and mid of the map, and Renegade's just trying to get that opening pick so they can advance forward.
Yeah, 7-5 start for Bound. He got first blooded. Suspector also takes down Lqgend, so Renegade's gonna have to get to work here with the camo, still leading by 6 go Optic. And Renegade's gonna find another player weak behind the A zone, so gonna be an immediate trade. 23 plays 16, and SuperCC has not had a fantastic start. 2-7 for them. Immediate flip of the spawns coming through from Optic, and now Renegade's moving a little bit faster, trying to get the collapse over by driveway. Almost feels like the way that Flag Fortress is going on. A Kraken have none of the information, and Optic are playing with all of it.
And what in the world just happened there? Renegade somehow misses both grenades on this player, uses the repulse to get the upper hand, and unfortunately Luiney stops watching his target, thinks that maybe Renegade backed up, and no one's looking at Renegade. It's pretty easy to play the video game if no one ever looks at you, and that's just the way Renegade plays. He's always where you don't expect.
29 plays up against 20, and I guess that's the super duper camo coming now from Renegade. He's able to get 2 in a row now, and now just nobody's looking at him. Here comes some good shots coming through, but good team shots through and through for Optic. Now will shroud himself inside of the cover, play for the regen. Renegade's still working off of the spree, getting himself even closer towards the frenzy. Won't be able to get it. It's a trade for Luiney to finally shut it down, but a 10-kill lead for Optic Gaming.
10-kill lead, and if you're Kraken, you've got to start to figure out your game plan. They've done a lot of these pushes where they're full sending it 3 at a time through an area. I feel like Optic are going to start to read this, and they have done so. They just back away and throw grenades, and it's a very effective strategy here. They've got a lot more space to work with as Kraken have put themselves in this corner. And now Legend's grabbing another camo. Sorry, Bound is the one to grab this camo. Legend's finding the double kill. Bound just waiting for his opportunity to strike. SuperCC with a great shutdown, but I fear it's too little too late as the lead has only grown for Optic Gaming.
They've lost 1 overshield on the Fortress flag. They haven't lost a single camo thus far on the Street Slayer. Objective control, insurmountable lead for Optic Gaming, now 40-25. Working themselves a little bit of a steak brunch, I guess it may be, over in Utah at this time of day, but man, it's looking pretty good. Luiney able to at least go 1 for 1. Envore is playing a good corner there to at least find another bottom side of tires, but Optic just flowing through the backside of PD, isolating target after target, finally losing out on numbers. Kraken get a moment to breathe.
Moment to breathe. Suspector needs to hold down this shoddy side lane. He wants to watch this cross here, just in case any members of Optic are pushing up that B rail side. And they do kind of have them trapped here. This is a nice looking pinch here for Kraken. Renegade trying to rotate through. We've also got a player on the commando side. And somehow Optic have just wiggled their way out of a pinch situation. It felt like Kraken should have got more based on the positioning alone, but Optic have just played their lives beautifully here.
Yep, sure have. There comes at least another 2 in the feed, now 3 away from victory for Optic to take a 2-0 lead in this best of 5. Just trying to play for the trades, if not just trying to find the initial kills. Now just won 49-33. Who's going to give it up? They know that there's somebody stuck inside PDs. Formal's looking for it towards that series. We'll give you further updates on that one. Of course, that is still going down on the main broadcast. Back over towards Kraken to see if they can develop anything as far as this King of the Hill is concerned versus Optic Gaming.
Optic already lead by 1, and they've got a lockdown setup here on the tower. Legend is watching 2 entire lanes by himself from this vantage point. Also has Renegade in the hill with him to team shoot should anyone arrive. This looks dire for Kraken. As they lose 2 players, they might as well rotate for next, but Optic might play to shut them out here and maybe burn some time off the clock, really suffocate their options here before they opt to finish this capture. Legend with the skill jump makes it look so easy. It's not that easy, I promise you that. But he's going to take the plasma pistol top tower, and Kraken are still fighting for this hill, which I don't know if I agree with. Might as well back up and play for next, and now they're in an awkward position. Optic might be able to take advantage of this.
Yeah, overextension coming through, and we can see that Optic, what they're able to do once one target becomes isolated, they know where the rest is going to be coming from, and try as you might to be able to find trades. It's another 2 in the feed immediately for Kraken, and the spawn timer is just way too far gone. Optic aware of it, curb sliding all the way across the map. Formal's got the sniper now. They're in control of the new hill.
Yeah, this is Kraken got to be kicking themselves after that. They had a real opportunity to just set up for next. Make a good push here, though. Luiney gets the opening break. Slay might be able to move forward. Formal's got to reroute to the key door. Takes one down with him. Bound finds Luiney. But overall, solid push from Kraken. They're able to take down the hill player. And now Envore looks to play for space and see if he can maybe get that sniper back in his team's hands.
Still missing one though, and Lqgend still goes 1 for 1. Able to pick up the sniper, and only had 1 in the chamber. So Envore, he's one shot, trying to go for the reload to expunge more of the bullets. Foremost there to be able to find the kill. Luiney was trying to go for the sniper rifle, it felt like almost, but Renegade's able to be there to find the kill. Bound retrieves the sniper rifle, slides all the way through, has top sandbags positioning as well. And that hill is being ticked on. Looking good for the third, goes Optic Gaming. These spawns are all the way across the dummy side of the map. They're trying to race all the way outside, just posturing themselves maybe for some camo control and these exits to boot Eli, but still 2 for 2. Optic are scrappy as ever.
Indeed, and with 3 hills already, Kraken got to find their way into this game. Formal clearly just taking his time with this sniper, but doesn't realize Envore spawned behind the screen, and now he's going to have that sniper to work with to rotate, see if they can get C plat control. It's clear the game plan right now for Kraken is to advance to that C side of the map, but look how difficult Optic are making it. SuperCC with a clean transfer here with the QT. He's actually going to be able to get in the hill, and as the QT expires, no longer has that escape option. And as soon as Envore dies, he kind of has to get out of this hill and try to fight.
I need a superstar moment coming through from Kraken to start what feels impossible. You had to reverse sweep in the King of the Hill to start a reverse sweep in the series versus HCS's #1. This is a good launch half fries moment if I've ever seen it. So we'll back down out of the hill towards your heating of the warding, I suppose. Goes SuperCC, just trying to value his life alongside of the teammates. They know that Lqgend is still lurking towards top tower, and they're missing one towards the top side of Nest. So Super doesn't want to hop on the zone. Here comes the collapse out of Optic, but trade damage is good, plus the pings for Kraken to help Super stay alive.
I really like this rotation from Super so that he can get top tower, but wow, Optic are ready for it. Looks like he got hit with the repulse sticky combination, and Formal's going to be able to stick Envore on his way to the grave. Optic have taken control of this hill. They've also got tower control. Kraken now spawning in garage, have to decide how they want to play this. They're going to send one player out through back B, but as soon as Luiney dies quickly, they probably have to slow down this push. They don't have many opportunities left to stay alive in the series.
They lost the opportunities a hill ago to be able to play for new. It feels like now for Kraken, you got to find a way to work your way forward, and Optic are still fighting for space. Suspector caught one shot. Renegade hops off of the zone to be able to find that trade. Postures himself through bottom center, just trying to keep all of Kraken guessing. And a wayward shot goes right past Renegade's head. He repostures himself, helps Formal get a player one shot back green. Just more kills bleeding in the kill feed for Optic Gaming. They're trying to exhaust what feels more of the time, but realistically, they can turn this in towards more zone control and close out the game whenever it really feels like. A QT is there for Luiney. Is he able to at least find the kill, but Lqgend Stained will find the trade.
I think that's going to spell the end of the game. Envore, the last player that can take the hill out. Look how much coverage the hill has. There's no way to end it. Optic Gaming predictably will win that one 3-0.